Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ebony Championship Wrestling. Welcome to the podcast where the squared circle comes alive and we deep dive everything WWE from a diverse perspective. I am the Jackie Miles, and I am blessed to share the screen with my brothers and my crew, my boy Griff, aka Griff Nation.
What's up, everybody? We're here for third week of 2024. Got some exciting discussions, and hey, we here. It's Rumble weekend, baby. Let's get it rocking and rolling.
Find Griff on Instagram at GriffNation84 and on X at CGriff84. Rounding out the on-screen trio is my brother Montay, aka Coach Montay.
What's up, everybody? Hope everybody had a great week. Good to see y'all, brothers. Looking great. This week, we can't wait to let's get into it. Seth Rollins, the injury bug hits again. So we're going to have an interesting discussion tonight on, hey, to rest or not to rest our talent. So what y'all think?
Find Coach on Instagram at Coach Montay 824, Behind the scenes playing 3-card Monty and taking all of the money as always is our wise man B Dix. You can find him on Cash App at BDix989 and somewhere on Instagram. We don't know where he is quite yet.
He's still out there.
Find us all on Instagram at Ebony Championship Wrestling and on X at Ebony Champ Rest. This episode is brought to you by Michelob Ultra. All right, Jess, let's jump into this one. What's going on, boys? Football season's kind of coming to an end. What y'all got to talk about now, man? What we discussing?
Oh, man.
I'm sorry. Let me rephrase. Griff, you're still in there, so go ahead, my brother. How you doing? What's up?
Hey, man, I'm doing well, man. I'm still on that Wolverine train from a couple weeks ago on the birthday. And the Lions, bro, not surprised, man. And like I said before we got on live, man, the culture has changed. It's Detroit's time, man. The city is rocking. The state is rocking. Man, we got a tough one ahead of us, man. And like I told Coach here, man, I said, man, I'm not scared of these 49ers, man. We're finna roll through them. But it ain't over yet. We're not in Vegas yet. We still got to come to play. But we got a tough one ahead of us, and we on the road. So I'm looking forward to Sunday, man, and hopefully we'll be in that Super Bowl against whoever wins between Kansas City and Baltimore, which is another good monsters on that end, too.
I'm quoting you when you say you're going to roll through them. I'm quoting you on that, brother. I heard that. That's what I heard.
He gonna roll.
You on that. Coach, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man? How's everything?
Man, everything's good. Still licking the wounds down here, and a lot of drama. You know, we got family feud going on down here with our players. So
y'all going through it.
We figure we're going through it. Hey, it's funny, Jackie. We grew up watching this team, 0-16 years, and I am honestly happy for the Detroit Lions. I will say this. I'm going on record to where I am happy for. They're still the hometown team in my heart, even though, yes, I've moved place of residence, but I really do hope, they make it to the next game.
Don't try to slide back in here on the bandwagon.
But I'm not joining the bandwagon. Definitely not joining the bandwagon, but I do wish them the best success.
Hey, it's a long train ride to California, Doc, and I'm going to tell you, we're going straight across the Midwest. We're not coming down south of Texas and picking nobody up.
Don't worry, you ain't got to pick me up, but I just want to say, hey, a little piece of my heart that's still in Michigan. But other than that, it's been a great week, man. Great, another great week of wrestling. And it's good to see y'all, boys. Jackie, how you feeling, man?
Yes, sir.
Good, man. I'm yet holding on, bro. I had to give up on the Lions. I'll be honest. I'm very, very happy for the Lions, but I had to give up on the Lions back a long time ago. I want to say one of their tight ends. I can't remember his name, so I was just trying to look him up. One of their tight ends caught a pass, ran maybe 5 yards, and then literally the ball was taken out of his hands, and they went all the way back down the field for a touchdown. And I was
Brandon Pettigrew.
Okay, it was Pettigrew. I thought, all right, that one, I was trying not to throw his name out there, but it indeed was Pettigrew. Okay, because, brother, how you just – so I had to give up on the Lions. But
that's all good.
All is good, man. This is good football time, man. I'm actually enjoying watching the season. I'm not a big football guy, as coach, as you know. Normally this time I'm just like oblivious to the life, but I am watching and actually excited for the two games that are happening this weekend. So we shall see. We shall see. Good, but let's this is a wrestling
Griff,
podcast.
Hold on, Jackie. Hold on, Griff. Is that a nature boy? Is that chalk line, or is it? I see it's glitter and glamour, but I see SI. Yeah, what you rocking, bro?
I ain't got Nate out just yet, man. But this royal blue represents my high school alma mater and represents these Lions. But more importantly, this is a chalk line sequin jacket. You see sparkling. You see the SB that's right there. That's for Sasha Banks. And it's a possibility that she could make her return. And we will see. You know, not jumping the gun, but we will see. But nice, cozy, relaxed. Nice. Shout out to my girl Sasha Mercedes Monet, however she want to be named. That's what we rocking with tonight, babe. But man, shout out to Chalk Line and fresh gear as always, y'all. The sparkling and high profiling tonight.
with the punk hat. So yeah, you repping you repping WWE. Nice. Yeah. Great week of wrestling. Raw was fire, man. We said it before we got on here, y'all. Raw is, you know, it's obviously a great go home show, but the wrestling. I think Jackie, you mentioned this before we get into this, that the quality of wrestling is just it's been top notch, especially on Raw. But let's talk about it. I know Seth Rollins. I know I surprised Griff. I didn't know. Me and Griff talked offline on Friday, and he had no idea that he was injured. And so he had called me. You know, and I thought, hey, I'll call you back. So then I hit him with some shocking news, like, hey, what you think about? Yeah, Seth Rollins gonna be out, might be out for WrestleMania. I thought Griff, I thought he was about to shed a tear, man. So, but you brought up a good point. The segment itself was him and Gunther. I don't understand why, but let's talk about elephant in the room. Is he ready? Do you think? I mean, is it more serious than what it is, or let's talk about the injury itself? You know, guys, what y'all. I know freakish stuff happens, but you know, do y'all think he'll be ready in time for Mania?
You know, the biggest thing for me, Coach, is, you know, I'm gonna go revert back to the whole fighting champion. You know, what is a fighting champion? And I think these fighting champion titles, all straight across the board, has like went a whole different direction where like everybody's trying to prove like, hey, I'm not a Roman, I'm not a Brock Lesnar, I'm not a part-timer, I can fight you every day, all the day this week. But to me, it's a risk into that, you know, because any slip, any false move, whether you're on a house show, wherever you're on live television, that can put you at risk of injury. And you know, when injuries come, it can push you back. It can take you time off. Especially you got the Rumble and Mania upcoming, but more importantly, it's another change in storylines that's coming forward too. This is a real serious injury. We have seen Seth multiple times rehab and come back way quicker than expected. He's a hard worker. Is going to come back. I'm surprised WWE didn't make him relinquish, but at the same time, I'm surprised they didn't. All because they know what's invested and what the plans they are going forward to Mania with Seth having that belt going into Mania, because that's been not only money lost there, but also relinquishing that belt. They changed their whole storylines up, and also the creative that they already had planned too. So my thing is, you know, and I'm looking forward to hear what Jackie had to say on this one too. This whole fighting champion thing, I'm really against it. And the reason is because of moments like this. I'm not trying to say I'm glad this happened, because I'm not. You know, I don't want to see nobody get hurt and get injured in that case. But these are the type of things that, and the risk that you take when you're trying to be a fighting champion, fight every week and every show to prove a point like, hey, I can fight every week and I'm going to keep fighting. And then, you know, here we are again. So speedy recovery for Seth. I hope everything works out well. I'd like to see him at Mania, and I believe his word. You know, they know something that we don't know, and we're going to wait and see. But I think from the rest of this time till Mania, just focus on building whatever story y'all got planned. Build a story, do promos. Don't do no matches. Just wait till Mania and then go ahead and do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Coach, you go.
He's still processing. I felt sorry. My first reaction when I heard the news was I felt for him. I was literally sad because this was the best year that he's had as far as his run with the world title. You know, and he gets all the confidence going into Mania, and then this once again the injury bug hits him. You know, I don't want to call it a curse or nothing like that, but yeah, he's had some bad breaks. But this is he needed to get back in there. He was doing the work. Fighting champion to me is like you pretty much you have to, I don't know what he's trying to prove. You pretty much you putting some pressure, that's unnecessary pressure on yourself is what I want to call it. To go out there to give the fans what they want to perform night in and night out. It feels like he still has a chip on his shoulder, that he has to be, that he has to be in the ring, at least every other week. I give him credit. I respect it. But when it comes to Mania season, there he has to learn that balance. There should be, you got to have a balance. Cut promos, do more backstage segments. Go to Triple H, ask for different type for segments to rest yourself, so you won't put yourself in harm's way. Obviously, we know it was a freak accident. Jinder didn't mean to hurt him, but yeah, this is. I think he'll be fine. The recovery time on that. If it looks like he doesn't need surgery, so that's a good thing. So he'll, maybe around March or so, if he rehabs it right, hopefully mid in March, and then go in there and fight early April at Mania. All is good. But yeah, I think he got hurt. 32, he was out. Look at his history. 32, he was out, and then the next year he fought Triple H in Orlando, the one we were at. I don't know, something was up with him then, right? He hurt something else that year. And then here this
still
is
the knee stuff.
Yeah, it was still the knee stuff. So yeah, it's been that one knee
non-sanctioned or something.
It's crazy. Yeah. So did like a non-sanctioned deal. Still made that one, but I felt for him because this is his first legitimate WrestleMania going in as a champion to defend it and actually headline it. More importantly, main event it. So that's my thoughts is, hey, I'm glad he's here, but I'm kind of on the Griff train. Fighting champion to some extent, you got to know when to hold off. You got to know when to, do more live shows, and then more when you're on TV, ask for the more backstage segments, man. Backstage segments to kind of rest yourself and get ready. That's where I am with it.
I call bullshit. Bullshit on you both. Right. Simply because if this was Roman, like if this were Roman, we would be saying the opposite thing of like we need more Roman matches. Right. So like I don't like y'all are saying like go like cut more promos and things like that. Like no, like this is WWE World Wrestling Entertainment. Like we want wrestling.
True.
We want wrestling. And like had it been anybody else, like other than Seth, like anybody else going into this situation other than Seth without Seth's past, right? Like then we're like, damn, that's too bad. Like he was a fighting champion. It just didn't work out for him. But like because Seth has gotten hurt in the past and Seth is considered quote unquote fragile in this moment because of this, like then we're saying like, nah, he need to pull back. But like, no, everybody was on board when he was like, yeah, like Seth putting in that work, Seth doing the thing. And now we're telling him to pull back during a time where he probably needs to be ramping it up, right? Like they need to be honing their craft. They need to be getting better as they go into WrestleMania season. And like we're asking them to put their lives or to put their bodies on the line every night. It's not necessarily like all right, bro, take this week off and cut a promo, because the more and more promos we get, we're like, well, what are we doing? Like, why aren't we actually wrestling? And so like I know both of y'all, like, I totally understand where y'all are coming from because y'all feel for Seth, and I understand that. And y'all are also like, damn, this probably could have been prevented had we, like, scaled it back for a bit. But, like, to, like, to ask any of them to scale back during a time where they're all like, I need to put in this work, I need to make sure I'm on the card. Like, we know Seth, like, was probably going to be on the card, but like think about everybody that's backstage right now. Nobody's pulling back. Nobody's asking for promos. Everybody's asking for time. Like, how do I show what I got so that I can make sure I'm on the WrestleMania card? And so like I hear what y'all are saying, and like I say I call bullshit, but I understand what y'all are saying. But like we also got to think of the flip side of the argument that we put into this mic every time we come on here, because like had it been anybody else on the flip, we'd have been like, damn, that's too bad. Like he was putting in that work. Wish he would have pushed forward.
Wish him well. Sorry for you.
Which is what I think. Like, I didn't understand what the true outcome of the injury was based on the promo from Raw. Like I like to hear the things he was saying, like a torn whatever.
Torn meniscus, torn MCL with the meniscus.
I don't know. But like every like meniscus is different, right? Like I tore mine flipped completely over and I was out for 8 months, right? Like But like that's completely different from what Seth is dealing with from whoever. So like I didn't understand what they were trying to tell us. For him to be on screen still tells us like, okay, he might be okay, well enough to work at some point, versus Charlotte, right? Charlotte tore up her knee and we ain't seen her since. Right. So like for him to be on screen, for him to be talking, for him to be saying something, I still think there's a possibility he goes into WrestleMania with the title.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I think, okay, so let me clear that. I think where we were coming from is not to target and say, hey, Seth, you shouldn't have had that match. Like, hey, what were you thinking? It was more the whole fighting champion thing that we were discussing. And it was just like a question, general question, no right or wrong answer. Like, being a fighting champion, does this mean like, hey, are we trying to prove that, hey, I'm a fighting champion? And coming with that, there's also the risks and possibilities of these situations that can happen. That's what we were more.
But isn't that the business, Griff? Like, isn't getting to the top, that's never enough, right? Just from like a kayfabe standpoint, like getting to the top is never enough because you know the next person is coming to knock you off. So like to take a step back and be like, oh, I'm only cutting promos. The only person that's getting away with that, and the only person we respect with that, is Roman. Like anybody else, like take WWE completely out of it. Let's just go wrestling, period. Kenny Omega, if he ever was like, oh, I'm just going to chill, I'm just going to cut promos, we're like, no, bro, like give up the belt, right? Like, so what I'm questioning then is like, why do y'all think a fighting champion isn't somebody who needs to fight, right? Like, we got Roman, we got enough promo people, we got enough of that. Like, let's put the belt on him. If Cody gets hurt, like, all right. And no offense to anybody that gets hurt, but like next man up, like that's the mantra of like sports in a sense, right? That's the mantra of WWE in a sense, like where you got to pick up the ball and let's keep it rolling, right? So like, what does a fighting champion really mean if it doesn't mean to fight?
This was his first year that he was actually building his brand. I know he's had a brand, but this is the first year where WWE was behind him. I can see like money. I think we mentioned this last week. Who is the guy when Roman leaves? Who is second in line? It's Seth freaking Rollins, in my opinion. So he's setting it up. He's building the brand from the money standpoint to where WWE will put money on. He's the next big money ticket. So I'm saying, I guess where my standpoint is, how are you going to handle the big money ticket coming Mania season? Like,
nah. He's been the next guy up from the beginning. From NXT, he's been the next guy up. It's been known he is going to be the guy to carry the torch at some point. It's just whether or not, like, okay, WrestleMania Dallas the first time, that didn't work out, right? That was probably the time that he could have taken off the first time. Then the next time, whatever happened next, right? So all these things have happened, but he has always been.
Triple H still try to put him over the next year in Orlando.
That's what I'm saying. He's always been in line. He's always been in line to go up next, and like it's been Roman, and then like, and whenever they decide to give it to Seth, so we can't say like it's a marquee thing. Like we can't say like it's WrestleMania time thing. We can't say that because like this is the time where like all the eyes are coming to wrestling, right? Like, let's be honest, we tap out sometimes, like during the summer, during times after Mania season. But like, here we go. Like, this is now the time where we need to be going after it, right? So we can't say that a fighting champion shouldn't be fighting during the time where it's time to promote the fight. You know, like boxing, like that's totally different. That's a whole different world. Like you're actually hitting that man and you're trying to take his life, right? Like, but this is controlled
head injury.
It just something freak, like you said, Coach. Something freak happened in this situation, and now here we go. This is the product. But everybody knows that they have the ability, they have the potential to get hurt every time they step in that ring.
Yeah, I kind of thought about it from a creative sense. Y'all know back in the day where they used to do those promos, you know, those real creative promos, and then they had the in-house invasions. And there's something you can still build a feud without getting in the ring. You can still have us invested. So that's kind of where when Griff brought it to my attention, that's where my head went to, the old school days where they did the in-home stuff and the getting a personal family, and you can still ignite a feud without getting in the ring. So my thought was, okay, certain dudes that's injury prone might need to go that creative directive route,
I don't
for
know,
that
man.
time of year.
I always have this conversation in baseball where it's like we put so much into the metrics of things today versus what they were in the past, right?
Back in the day.
And I always thought, like, if Babe Ruth could hit a home run and be MVP and do all these things off of like beer and hot dogs, and then like Ric Flair can like wrestle a 60-minute match and then go pound a fifth of Jack, right? Like,
bro,
if like that's a fighting champion, will we disagree if we were to say Ric Flair is a fighting champion?
No.
Would we disagree that he's probably like
he is
the standard when it comes to being a fighting champion?
Yep.
So like if Ric Flair can go like 60 minutes every night, then why are we pulling back on what is supposed to be the better athletes these days? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's true.
If we've always claimed like we're bigger, stronger, faster, and I've said this offline in numerous occasions on different sports. If we're bigger, stronger, faster than the past, then why are we having so many different issues? Ric Flair like would still be drunk getting into the ring and go 60 minutes.
Flair wasn't injury prone though. Seth was. So
mind you, I totally understand that it was much more of a grappling situation back then versus like the high flying situation. I will totally.
Nobody was high risk.
I totally surrender to that. I'm on board with that. I surrender to that. But at the same time, like, that's a choice. That's a choice, right? That's a choice.
Interesting.
And that's not to say like I'm not upset about the Seth Rollins situation. One of my favorite wrestlers. Is just, like I think I'm questioning the fighting champion part, I guess.
Yeah. Nope. Yeah. That's great, very healthy. What did you guys think of Gunther? I know Griff, you text in the chat. Is Gunther like not placing value on his IC reign and coming after Seth? That kind of confused me. I mean, what y'all think about that dynamic, him getting in there? I mean, the promo was great, obviously pumping, getting them ready, letting the crowd know, hey, that I'm still gonna be ready. But what was Gunther's role in that? Is he kind of discrediting, his IC reign and now going after the world title? But what y'all think with that psychology there?
I think it's I think I mentioned this last night, just what Jackie just said moments ago. It's next man up. Like, hey, I'm out. Yeah. I'm not wrestling, I'm not grappling. You the IC champion. You got a streak going on. You the man, you got the looks. Right now while I'm down, you run Raw, you run these live events, and you be the best that you can be. And when I get back and we cross paths, we're gonna tear the house down. Yeah. If not, it is what it is. But right now while I'm down, you're the man that's going to run the show. I think it was more of a respect on both ends, if you really paid attention to it. But I think for me, what I took out of that whole segment was, hey, I'm down right now. You're the next man up. So go ahead and run this program. You go ahead and main event till I get back. You know what I'm saying? You run these live events and these house shows till I get back. Be the best that you can be. And when we get back, and then we'll see where we go when we cross paths, whatever position I'm in.
I dig that.
That's a great point, Griff. I didn't think about it that way. I took it as another like Drew McIntyre, CM Punk crossing, whereas like we're just trying to like fill some time with some known names. Because as you guys stated when we were offline, like we really don't know what's going on with this Royal Rumble. Like this one feels really weird. This one feels really wonky. Like and it's literally because we don't know anything and we don't know where the storylines are headed. And so for us to get Drew McIntyre and CM Punk in the ring at the same time, for us to get CM Punk and Cody Rhodes, Drew, like all the different combinations of just them verbal jabbing, back and forth.
Correct.
It is the dream, right? Like that's what we want, but we also wanted to go somewhere, and not saying like I'm not critiquing this in any way. I'm just saying like none of the conversations took us anywhere other than straight to Royal Rumble. It was like that's as far as we're gonna go with this. because we don't want you to know what's coming next. And I think that's great, because that really throws us off, and that gets us anticipating. Like, I had kids coming up to me in school today, like, Mr. Court, I fly in Saturday, we go to the Royal Rumble, we fly back out Sunday, and then I'll be back on school on Monday. And I'm like, hey, go enjoy yourself, kid. Like,
that's good.
Shout out to your dad. Go enjoy yourself, kid.
I didn't know you had fans in the school building, man. That's
it's a bunch of them, man. Like, it's a bunch of them. It's a bunch of them in there, but they're like, they bring the excitement, right? They're excited about the Royal Rumble. I'm excited about the Royal Rumble. Like, I have no clue what's coming next. I wish I was more excited on the women's side, but I just
that's crazy.
No hate. It's just like,
no shade.
No hate. There's just nothing on the women's side that's getting me excited. Like, there's no storyline that says I absolutely have to see this. Now, Rhea,
they need to put Rhea
doing work,
but
like, where is she headed? Like, again, like, that's like, not to like get off track here, Coach. I'm sorry, but like,
you go.
Where are they headed? You know, like, what's actually happening with this?
Right. Go ahead, Griff. Yep, go ahead, Griff.
Real quick, I'm kind of opposite. I'm kind of low key excited for the women match for two reasons. If you notice the match cards, mostly they always show maybe 15 to 20 people that's in the Rumble matches. With the women, they only had like 4 women up there. I think it was Bianca, Bayley, Becky, and Nia, and the rest were just shadows. So that just tells me, like,
wow,
there's going to be some surprise. But
a lot of surprises.
Here's why I'm excited. I'm glad to bring this up right now, because I'm excited to see which NXT women, like Tiff Stratton's, the Lash Legends, that could be in this Rumble, and just to see how they will perform on this bright stage with the rest of the town. I'm more excited for that, to see who the NXT women call-ups are more than the men call-ups are. Because we all know with the men, it seems the attention is going to be focused on Drew, Cody, and CM Punk. Where the women, you just don't know. You don't know who's showing up. You don't know if either this one's going to come in surprise or not. Jay going to show up. We don't know. But if I'm excited for anything from the Women's Rumble, I'm excited to see which NXT talent is going to get called up. And I believe the main two that I'm looking at is going to be Lash and Tiff Stratton.
Yeah, Becky, Nia, and who am I? And Bayley just did a terrible job of promoting.
It's horrible.
It just seemed like
Adam Pearce is like, why'd I bring y'all in here for? What you like?
It was like but it was just like
stayed over there SmackDown for this.
But okay, here's another thing too, fellas. It was like 2 weeks ago, Nia squashed Becky. Then the following week, Becky comes at the Rhea, and now Becky's going back at the Nia, and now here comes Bayley. So it's like it's debacated, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know what direction they're going and why that happened, but it just seemed kind of just awkward with them. But yeah.
I think it was, again, it's just like, hey, these are our stars. We're going to put them out here. They're going to give them a few minutes on the mic, no matter what they say, and then they're going to come on back. It really seems like we have to wait for the Royal Rumble in order to know what the next direction, obviously, what the next storyline is. Obviously. But they're doing a much better job of like keeping it close to the vest this time around.
Vince always showed his hand.
Yeah, literally, like, right? Yeah. Like, you knew somebody was going to come back before Royal Rumble. They were going to be number 30 or somewhere in there. They were going to be in the last 4. They were going to win it. They're going to point to the sign, and then off we go, right? Yep. Versus, like, now, like, it could be Cody. It could be CM Punk. It could be Gunther. Like, it literally could be anyone on the women's side. Sorry, it could be Bianca. It could be
Jade. You pulling for Jade?
100% pulling for Jade. Yes, 100%. But it could be literally. It could be anyone. And the fact that we're only getting the 4 matches, right? The 2 Royal Rumbles, and then
you got the Fatal 4-Way and KO.
Am I missing something?
Logan.
Yeah, the Fatal 4-Way and then KO.
Fatal 4-Way and then KO and Logan. Yep.
Yeah. The fact that we're only getting that tells me that they're putting the emphasis on those Royal Rumble matches. Like those are going to be like longer matches.
And I don't think the Fatal 4-Way going to main event. I think the Fatal 4-Way probably going to be the 3rd match on the card.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy. Speaking of emphasis on the Rumble, like we're just sticking with it here. I know we get into our prediction soon, but Cody and like that was a great moment. They said, "Hey, let us take a moment to let this sink in. Let the crowd." New Orleans got a great show. That was. I wish. Hey, that was one night. I wish we was in Smoothie King for that one.
Yeah, bro.
To see those two. To see those two in the ring together.
Move.
Right. I felt that they traded jabs. It was great, man. It had a great old school feel to it. Dudes was going at it. And what did y'all think about the I'm the original American Dream. So that was great. What y'all think about them two throwing jabs?
Perfect, man. Punk himself, Punk is gonna be Punk. And I know if you notice, man, Cody can go too, but it's always you always got to poke that nerd, poke that bear with Cody to get Cody rival. And Punk really poked that bear real good yesterday. You know how Cody feels when you bring his dad up, and when you threw that jab saying like I'm the original American Dream, and Punk brought up his dad and what his dad used to be and things like that, and talked about like how I got to where I'm at. I had to work and claw my way up where you were gifted and talented and was given to you because of your dad was. I'm gonna go on a limb and just say, man, this is a story in the work in itself. The key thing that I took out of all that 20-minute, 25-minute promo was what Punk said. And he said, typically, we're gonna be friends going on before the Rumble, but the question is, are we still gonna be friends Sunday morning? That's what kind of left like that thing saying, okay, if Cody throws Punk out or Cody wins, how's Punk gonna feel, and how's Cody gonna feel if Punk does that, vice versa. But that was the main thing that stuck out to me is how are we gonna be come Sunday morning? Not when we show up to Raw Monday night, but that Sunday morning when you wake up and realize you were here to finish this story, but because I'm back, I took that story away from you.
Wow, that's dope.
I thought it was a great promo, man. I was talking to actually somebody brought it up to me today at work, and I was like, that was actually probably one of the better promos that I've seen in a long time. But I didn't pop for CM Punk's American Dream. I popped when Cody said I'm the original CM Punk.
That was it.
And I even said to myself, like in the middle of this, is this scripted or is this off the cuff? Like I'm intrigued to know if it's scripted, because if it is scripted, like okay, like y'all back there writing, okay, or if it's off the cuff, it's like okay, like finally y'all letting them say whatever they want to say and like getting their stuff across.
Right.
So I actually thought it was a really good promo, and like again, it told us nothing about where we're headed after this, but at least it got us to Saturday. Got us to the Royal Rumble.
Right.
At least we got some good wrestling that's going to happen at post-Mania then, because if plans are still going forward with Seth and Punk eventually, Cody's going to have to find his way to that match. So whenever, I don't know what chapter it is, it'll be in the story, but that will be a great that will be a great match.
At one point, Coach. Sorry, at one point, Coach, Cody said he didn't want to hear the story thing again, and now the entire WWE 2K game is
based on the story.
Off of based on the story.
Like it's hard to get away from that one, brother. That one.
While we on that, I thought about y'all and I laughed my ass off. Like, I think Griff got pissed because he saw that red and gold. I said, now they can't have a 40-year anniversary of the brainchild that him and Vince created without, I'm not going to say his name, without that fool. So I'm just going to put it at that, leave it at that. So,
I understand that. I understand that. And I don't even think I have an issue with that. I think I have the issue with people that are like defending him. And like saying he is not racist, he's not who he is.
Please.
And it's like, how can he has come out and said, no, this is how I feel. And for you to like still defend that, it's like that can take us a whole nother route. But like once I saw it, I was like, all right, I'm turned off by this. I'm still gonna get the game, but I'm not gonna get the version with him on it. I can tell you that. I'm not buying the one with him on it.
Get the Rhea Ripley version.
Rhea and Bianca Deluxe.
Rhea and Bianca.
Get the one with the black person on it. Get the one with the black person on it.
Play.
Cody.
Yeah.
Get the one with Cody on it. Get the one with Cody on it.
Yeah, great promo.
The one with the Cody on it.
Women's tag titles real quick. You had special guest. You had the Kabuki Warriors, I should say, lurking with Bailey on Monday. I like how the way that they cut the camera
correction
from New Day's interview and saw them lurking in the background. That's good. That was good camera. Kaden and Katana, I like the party girls, but it's looking like it might be night for them on Friday night. So you got the gut feeling that Kabuki Warriors are gonna get the belts and further strengthen this damage control narrative here.
You got this with Jackie?
I just want to ask this. Like, I'm good if they get the titles back, and it makes sense for them to do so.
Right.
I'm good if they get it. Do we feel like Asuka's being diminished in this moment?
Great question back to us.
Or like even like any of them at this moment, like, are any of them being diminished in this moment? Probably, like, Io obviously has the belt. Bailey is still doing her thing. Mm-hmm. Dakota's hurt. But like for Kairi and Asuka to kind of just be like chilling, vibing to music, dancing. like are we diminishing them in this moment? Not to say like these characters can't be great, or to say that like Asuka won't rise back to prominence at some point. But like, do we feel like we're getting the most out of them? And maybe this is like what you're asking, Coach. Like, do they need the title in order for them to be relevant? I don't know if they should have it right now.
Since you put it that way, yeah. And as I'm thinking, I missed the vicious side of them. For example, so I missed if they're going to be promoted as the Kabuki Warriors, let us see some viciousness. You know what I'm saying? Rather than what you're doing right now, Jackie, vibing.
Yeah, you know,
vibing everybody else's music. But no, I immediately thought when I saw them playing around with the belts, okay, oh yeah, these ladies the party girls just got it. Now they're getting ready to drop them. You know what I'm saying? I immediately thought that when I seen that. But now, since you put it that way, Jackie, you got my gears turning now. Like, I see the other side of the coin. Maybe it's not time yet. Yeah, what you think, Griff?
Well, the party ain't stopping no time soon because I need the party girls to keep my points going on my fantasy. First of all,
there you go. Fantasy.
Why would you even ask him? You know what he was gonna say. You knew
that he got them. I keep forgetting.
You knew he was all on board for this.
I don't see them losing. You know, and reason being is like you said, to answer your question too, Jackie. I don't think it's a diminish. I think it's the Kabuki Warriors are not serious as the Kabuki Warriors should be. I think they just in for the ride. They just playing around. They just grooving and moving and
riding Bailey's coatail.
Yeah,
but that's my point, though, right? Like,
that's the point. Yeah,
but that's my point.
Yeah,
and
I see it.
Until this whole Bailey thing falls through, they get to that real strict, mean, nasty tirade of the Kabuki Warriorness. Then I can see the title Swift in there. Right now, they're not there to me. I think Miss Katana's and Jaden's time at the moment. Until they get there, I just think something's going to fall through again. That's going to lead more into this Velociraptor pack hunter attack on Bailey.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Griff. It starts with that's exactly what I was thinking. It starts with the Bailey beatdown.
Yeah, Bailey.
So, hey, Jackie said every week, poor Bailey. They're gonna beat that girl up.
They're gonna beat that girl up.
So, Coach, I gotta correct you though, because you did mention earlier when you introduced this, you said the Kabuki Warriors led by Bailey. No, Doc, it was Dakota the whole time.
Dakota you see who was in the ring. That's true.
You see who brought him in the ring.
Let's go check this tape. Let's go check the tape because I've been saying for months.
Oh yeah,
I've been saying for months that
Dakota
is going to be the person that leads this group. I promise it is going to be her.
Yep.
and you can see it coming. And I'm all
It's
here
coming,
for
man.
it. Especially,
Yeah.
wait till she gets back into the ring. That's when I think they need to turn on her. That's when I need to, because when she becomes when she becomes the full leader of the group, right? Like, and this is just my humble opinion. When she is actually ready to wrestle and she can like lead the attack on Bayley, then that makes sense for her. Like, right? Like,
that's true.
It's the story of like human nature, right? The person that's next up always is ready to be that next person, right?
The student coming for the teacher.
Yeah, and I think you can sell that better with Dakota versus like any of the other three.
Sense.
Any of the other three, because you're not going to get the mic skills that Dakota's going to give you. And so, again, this is just my thoughts. I don't think they should break up. I don't think they should attack her at all. But I'm a factions guy. I think all factions need to stay together and try to like rule all of WWE. But that's just me. But I'm
go ahead. No, I was saying, since we're on this, I was going somewhere with viciousness and ruthlessness. I want to end this session by, I think the wow, oh my, OMG moment of the night is New Day and Imperium. Before we move, I gotta. Here's the deal. Like I gotta shout them out. You know, hey, they did work, but this is a great rivalry that's heating up, boys, in front of our eyes. That is what this is. You already know where I'm going, Jackie.
Yep.
When I saw that entire segment, they were on my mind the whole time. This is what the Prophets need. And the New Day is displaying what the Prophets should be doing.
Let me say this, Coach, and this is all I'm gonna say about the Street Profits. Yeah. Hopefully, we just got the prototype with Monday Night Raw. Yep. We just got the blueprint. We just got the prototype. Hopefully on Friday, they can do the same thing with Final Testament. That's all I'm gonna say.
Final Testament. Yeah.
Because like if you can get that viciousness that we got from the New Day, like clearly, so clearly somebody's writing it down. Like, okay, y'all need to do this, y'all need to do that, you gonna jump off of this. I'm gonna act like I'm gonna jump, but then like clearly it's there. So
that was one to your point. That was one of the best Kofi Kingston promos I didn't heard in a long time. Because I felt it like it was from his gut, like he was, like it was real. Like
you believed him.
You believed him.
You believed him. Nobody believes the Street Profits right now. Nobody believes Bobby.
He said, just because we be going out, we shaking hands, kissing babies, passing out pancakes, whatever, don't mean we don't get down. Like that was the line. Down. I'm like,
hey, what I took out of that communication was like, yeah, we in WWE, but don't forget we from the hood too. We can get down.
Yeah,
that's what he's did.
Like coach, everything that you hate about them, like he basically was like, yeah, I know y'all see all the bullshit that we be pulling, but at the same time, like we will scrap.
He got me on board. I was like, okay,
that's what I was going to say.
Where do I sign up for the New Day bandwagon?
And they got you to believe in them. They got you to believe in them, and that's exactly what that other group is not doing. That's exactly what that other group is not doing.
Hey, real quickly, and I want to say this was in 2009. Let's not forget. Remember when Coffee and Randy were beefing, and Coffee literally came out and like beat Randy all the way through the crowd and put this dude through a table.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, like he was like, no, I had it. Like, I know you the Viper, but I'm gonna let you know who I am, Doc. Like, no,
bro.
because at some point you have to display that you can go past the line. That's what this is all about. You have to display that there's a line to cross. And there's going to come a time where I'm going to cross that line and I'm going to come over here and I'm going to show you exactly what I need to show you. And right now, it's just like the Street Profits is just like, we don't know what we need to do. We're going to cross that line at some point. We don't know when, but we're going to stay over here and we're going to chill. And all it took was one segment for the New Day, excuse me. Because like they weren't even together like the last couple of weeks or whatever.
Yep.
They haven't been together, but at the same time, we was like, hell yeah, New Day. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we need to do going forward.
Yep.
One segment.
Exactly.
Quick question before we move on, Montay, Coach. Do you guys believe this story with the New Day Imperial could be intricate of a Big E return for a 6-man New Day and Imperium match down the road.
I can see that. Definitely can see that. That gives me hope. By you mentioning it, I hope every day that he's gonna be all right. Like maybe the same miraculous healing that Daniel Bryan and Edge got.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he gets that too.
Yeah, you got to give it time though. You got to give it time though.
Yep.
Definitely time.
I'm on board with that, Griff. If that's where we're headed, I'm on board with that. But I think he tweeted something that said he was still giving it more time past this point. But it very well could have just been like he's just saying that just so he can come back in the Royal Rumble.
Rumble.
I hope it happens. I hope it happens. I hope that's where we're headed.
We'll all see together on Saturday.
Him going after Gunther. Him going after Gunther, right? That would be tough. That would be tough.
Yeah.
What other comebacks are we predicting for this like Royal Rumble season? Like what else are we seeing? Like obviously Jade is out there somewhere, and we've said her name a couple times. Big E we're now mentioning in this moment. But what are some other like comebacks that you're seeing?
No, we've been on the Mercedes train to see if there was a low-key deal that got done that they're not telling us about.
Maybe Braun Strowman.
Braun.
Oh, Braun's still out there. That's right. It is their time. It's
Trinity, hopefully back in the fold.
It's the time for all the big niggas to come on back.
Omos.
Come on, Omos.
We asked for them last week, right? Yeah, Omos.
Come on, Omos. Come on the clock in, bro. Your turn.
Yeah.
Speaking of returns, y'all, there was a big return tonight too. Mr. Regal is back in NXT.
What? We finna get war games again.
War games.
That's all we needed you for. We didn't need nothing else, Regal. We just needed you to come back and say war games. That's all, bro. That's good, bro. I'm actually excited about that one. That's good.
Yeah.
That's a great wrestling mind. So I'm excited about that one.
That's awesome.
What else? Who else is coming back, bro? I know, Griff, you talked about Liv Morgan at one point.
Yeah, I see Liv. I think I've been seeing AJ Lee. She's been training. I think she's a possible surprise return. Not sure she's gonna come back to do anything full time, but could just be a one-time deal.
Did I see her training was only for like the Stars show, Heels? Did I read that somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, she comes back. I'm not trying to be the downer. Sorry.
Oh, no. Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah.
My bad. I'm not trying to rain on your parade.
I gotta check that show. I haven't watched that show yet.
It's just good.
It's good.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta check it out.
She's nice.
I'll start watching it.
Me and B like that one. That's just good. That's just good.
Start checking it out then.
Yeah.
Definitely do that one. Liv Morgan. Sorry, go ahead. And then you said
I done ran out of people. That's what I'm saying. I'm listening to y'all. I think I done.
Out of people that would come back.
Yeah, because I can't think of nobody else.
There's so many more though, right? Like I obviously predicted Jade
for a while. Yeah, Jade.
But not even. Let's go past like who's out of action, right? Like let's think like other companies, like MJF obviously is a part of the conversation.
Okada. What's his name?
Yeah. Like
Okada. What's his name? Yeah, Okada.
Hey, bro,
Okada.
Enzo Amore is out there somewhere. Like realest guy in the room. How you doing?
Yeah.
Like, my man's is out there still.
Hey, our boy,
can forgive him.
10.
Oh, bro, I thought you was throwing a Diamond Dallas Page. Bro. I was like, why is
DDP?
I'm
like,
no,
why is DDP coming back on my screen, bro?
That nigga need to stick to doing the.
Yeah, bro, keep your yoga over there, bro. Like, like, ew, no. Ty Dillinger. Hopefully, bro, Triple H might actually use him for something, right? Like,
right, use him the right way.
Okay. Let's go here, and then it's gonna kind of shift to the next part of the conversation. I'm thinking back to the time when like the cruiserweight was like 205 Live was a thing.
Man.
I'm thinking back to that.
Yeah.
And because it was so like WWE, like it was done so WWE, you know exactly what I mean. Like, do you think that would flourish more now? Like with the roster that we have in WWE now? Like, do you think it would be a better product now, or do you think it would just stretch thin the groups or the wrestlers? Damn, the wrestlers that we have now, right? because we don't watch main event, right? But there are still some still some good wrestling over there. It's just like we don't watch it. But do you think it would flourish now, especially with WWE signing with Netflix?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You get what I'm
I
saying?
thought it was in a legit space under Vince's regime. I mean, 205. We actually somewhat. I mean, but you got you got your Cedric Alexanders of the world. I know, but most of those lucha libre styles, high flyers. That's where they got. That's where they got paid. They made their money on that show. I think for sure with the platform that they have now, because those the LWO boys has actually been doing work. Like anybody in that weight class, they're doing much better work now. They're thriving. Actually, since Ray's been gone, I think that was a plan. Obviously, once when Ray got the injury angle,
that's all it took, huh?
Yeah,
that's all it took. I've been calling for this for years.
But Triple H can, the exposure that they already have. I think he can bring in more of the indie talent. That's that's in that Lucha Libre family.
Yeah.
Oh, most definitely, it would thrive even more now under Tripp's reign for sure. Yeah.
And and to your point, I was thinking LWO, but I was thinking like who was that? Omdar. Even Dominic. I think Dominic would fit in that class too.
Oh, yeah.
You're talking about King of the Cruiserweights.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Dominic would fit in that class. I'm not sure. I even think Escobar would be in there too. I'm not sure his whole weight thing, but I think he'd be part of that. He right that fine line that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's in that fine line. Yeah.
They could make me believe he was 205.
Yeah.
But think about like guys like that coming back into the Royal Rumble and things like that. I'm excited, man. This Royal Rumble, like we said, is wonky. It's different. We don't know what's coming. We don't know what's going to happen. Who's going to win? But I'm intrigued to know. Can you give me your top 3 or your last 4? Let's do last 4. Who are the last 4 that you see, and then give me your winner in both matches. Let's start with the men's match, though. Let's start with the men's match.
It's a good one. I'm gonna go with I'll start it off, Griff. I know you. I'll go with the obvious here. Punk, Cody. Is Damien in the Royal Rumble or no? Because I don't give it.
What else is he doing? He ain't on no tag match.
Yeah, he in there.
Yeah, he ain't in no tag match.
So I got Punk, Cody, Drew.
How much drip would that man have if he had both? If he had the tag titles, the Money in the Bank, and he won the Royal Rumble? He pointing in that bitch.
Yeah,
like Senor Bitches is my name now. What you mean? What you mean?
Senor Plenty Bitches.
Call me Senor Bitches in this thing.
Senor
what you
mean?
And he goes straight to Dubai after the show.
Saying, what? Can you imagine if that man won the Royal Rumble? Bro, they cannot let that man win the Royal Rumble. Go ahead. Sorry, Coach.
No. Yeah, I got Punk, Cody, Drew. Since we're talking about it, Dame, but I'm just this is just I'm thinking, and then I got Punk winning
it. Okay. Griff.
And then he goes after Seth.
All right, Griff.
My final 4, I'm gonna go with Cody, Punk, Drew, Solo.
That's good. I can see that. Who winning?
I got Punk winning.
Okay. I have Cody. Definitely not Ray. Nope. Please, God, no. Throw that man over immediately.
Wise man messing with you for sure.
I have Cody. I have Drew.
Yeah.
I have Gunther.
That's right. Forgot about him.
And I'm very, very hesitant on my 4th, but I don't think it's gonna be Punk. I'm sorry. I don't think it's gonna be Punk. Well, come on, say that. You're like Griff. Don't say that in there, bro. Come on, say that out here. Say, come on, say that out here, brother.
We're sticking to a Final Four. I don't have my Final Four, but what I just said, basically, it just came to me that when we was talking about earlier about returns. Yeah, we was talking about returns. I forgot Cena was one of them, but no, Cena's not my Final Four. That's why I put it in there.
Let's go back. Let's go back to that part then, because I also forgot that The Rock is also still a possibility here. Mm-hmm. He is indeed in WWE.
He was on First Take today.
Yeah.
So you talking about The Rock? Sorry.
Yeah, The Rock. Yeah, The Rock was on First Take today.
I was answering Brian, but yeah, he very, very well could be in this match. And you said Cena, and that made me think like, oh damn, that's right. That's right. The Rock is in there somewhere too.
Crazy.
If The Rock is in it, it, he wins it.
Crazy pop.
There's no point. There's no point in putting him in it if he's not going to win it.
Yeah.
Right. Because if he wins it, we know he's going after Roman. We know where we're headed.
Yep.
But I don't know who my fourth would be, gentlemen. I'm sorry. I know I asked this question, but I don't know who my fourth would be. But I don't think it's going to be Punk. But I'm willing to fight back on this one when the time comes. But
hey, I got one for you, Jack.
Hey, I got one.
If that man wins, bro.
Who do you guys think or would like to see to start off number 1 and number 2 for the men's Rumble? Because I actually got both Usos starting 1 and 2.
I can see that. That does bring the storyline around, Griff. That does bring the storyline around.
How about Punk and Cody? Punk and Cody starting it for me. Let them go the distance.
No,
I know that's not. Yeah.
No.
Punk came in. I mean, Cody came in at 30 last year. I'm starting at 1. Remember, still part of finishing the story right now.
I don't know who my fourth person is going to be, but I do think he wins it if there's no Rock. I do think Cody wins and he becomes the next two-timer.
Back-to-back, fourth person in history to go back-to-back.
Yeah, like he becomes that next person to go back-to-back. Only because like there had to be like a gift during that conversation of who won at WrestleMania last year, right? There has to be something of like
some type of payoff.
Right, thank you. The payoff. There had to be something of like, all right, if we go with Roman, like Cody, we're gonna give you this, that, and the other. Like Roman, if we go with Cody, just knowing to come back when you come back around, we'll give you this, that, and the other. Right? There has to be that conversation, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or there's no way they're just like, oh, it's not me. Damn. All right. Like there has to be some of like, no, I deserve a little bit of something. Like give me something that shows I'm still the guy in this company, right? And I think
also,
this may be it.
Yeah, and also you got Solo. There's still flowers to give Solo too, because you won't. Because Roman wouldn't be right.
Got $1 billion.
Roman wouldn't be mentioned. Roman wouldn't go that far to start propping him up. So, that could be.
Yeah, like at some point we know Roman's going somewhere. I don't know where he's going, but he's gonna go away at some point.
Y'all don't believe me, but
I don't think he's gonna retire. Like. He like our age, ain't he? Like not our age, maybe even younger. Like like
38.
Damn, is he?
He's gonna go off and be like an attraction, like
Kevin Hart.
And Cena, right? That's what I was thinking.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. My high mind took over. Sorry. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Sorry. But yeah, I do think Cody wins it, and I do think that's how we get to that next level of whatever.
Gotcha.
That's a great call on having Solo in the finals, though.
Yeah, it's a good one, Griff.
What about the women? On the women's side, what about the women's? What's your 4 and what's your 1?
Final 4 from the women's side.
Michelle McCool, Maurice. Sorry,
Nia, Becky, Bianca, Shayna.
Oh.
Okay.
Who's winning?
And I have, unfortunately, the man slips up and wins to set up her and Rhea at Mania.
Oh, all right. Well,
That's guess that's what the hand I'm playing. That's just the cards that's being dealt that they want us to see. But yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go a little different direction this one. I'm gonna go with Nia, Liv, Trish, and Bailey. And Bailey will be the winner. I think Trish is going to throw Becky over. Revenge from their match. She's going to be one of the surprise entrants.
You throwing them back into Bailey's a feud?
I think Bailey's going to win this one because she never won it. And then she's going to play that cowardly decoy where she's going to be hiding or people going to think she's eliminated. And she's going to come in and throw the last person over and win the whole match.
Okay.
So, Griff, you got her going after Nia. Oh, it's going to be her and Io. Oh, there you go. Because Jackie, you did mention that match still needs to happen. So I can see. Okay, I can see his reasoning there.
Bailey and Io.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah. Not bad, Griff. Not bad.
Okay. I have Becky. I don't have Nia in the top or in the bottom four, only because Nia's they set a record for like all the girls that it took to put Nia out and to like try to and to try to like try to get Nia out with only 3 girls at the end of the match is gonna be really, really hard, right? You know what I mean?
That's true.
So I have Becky. I would have loved for it to be like a 4 horsewoman type vibe here, but one of them is down. But I have Becky, Bailey, and I have Bianca in that as well. Again, still don't know who that 4th person is going to be. But we see the man winning this one, ladies and gentlemen. I'm with you on that one, Coach. We see the man winning on this one.
It's inevitable.
When we get on live, we're gonna live stream this one, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna do our best to watch this one together and figure out how to enjoy this.
Bring you
while
into
enjoying
our living room.
each other's company. Yeah. We're gonna try to figure this out. But while we're watching, ladies and gentlemen, we like to play a game that was brought to us by my friend Spike. Shout out to Spike. We put $5 into a pot, and everyone gets we divide up the 30 numbers into 4, and amongst ourselves or others that are playing with us, you get a particular number and you just root for that person, and hopefully that person wins you a couple dollars, and hopefully that person makes sense to the storyline. But I always end up with people like Santino Morello and Chelsea Green not too long ago.
My draw was so bad last year. I was live there, still playing it with y'all. It was wait a minute, and it got so bad for me last year. I had to, and then plus the reception in the Alamo Dome was terrible.
Yeah, y'all was struggling in there. Y'all was struggling in there. Go ahead, Griff.
Hey, you know what? I found your 4th person, Jackie, because you mentioned this a couple shows ago, a few times. Yeah, Chelsea Green was one of your final 4s.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
But she hasn't stepped out of the shadows of that tag team yet. Like, right? Like, that's not a full faction for me. That's a tag team. Like, I need her to, if she's going to go full faction and go on a singles run, I'm good.
She's still.
Her still being with Piper, still watching over the tag. But I'm with you, Griff. She could still be in that bottom 4.
She
like
still
that
could be.
Yeah. She could still be in that like last 4 for sure. That would make sense too, because she actually can wrestle, and I'm on board for it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That one would be good. Good call, Griff. Why didn't I think of that? Good call. All right. What about KO and the Megastar? Megastar? Yeah. Right.
See, I've liked the way they've built this storyline based on the counter. This is supposed to be the counter to his to his knockout punch. By KO having the cast.
Okay.
So the play on the arm has been there for this storyline, and it has been brilliant. So give creative kudos for that, making us watch and be invested from a standpoint. Who'll get knocked out first? For the U.S. belt. So that brings that exciting element, that intriguing element to that match. Both are going to work hard. It's going to be a great match. Both Logan is. This is no longer playtime for him. So he's seriously taking this. He's taking it seriously, and we've gave Logan his flowers, in shows, past shows, on how well he's been doing, to box and to do the, to market it, to manage his business. He's a mogul and doing this now. So I see Logan retaining on hook and crook. I don't know if it's gonna be brass knucks this time or maybe, but I see him retaining on some crooked stuff.
Same. I think this is probably gonna be the match that's gonna kick off the show.
Yep.
I don't far much necessarily see Logan dropping right now. I think he's going to carry this thing on probably up to or maybe after WrestleMania. There's no point, in my opinion, to drop it this early and this quickly. And also, I think this story between him and KO will continue after the Rumble. I think this is just the beginning.
You think they might bring in the Mania, Griff?
I think this story is going to continue all the way up into Mania. I don't think it's going to be a one and done situation because you got two big stars that can go both in the ring and the mic, and you can already tell like they gelling together, trying to put this together. And I don't think this is going to be one of the type of things where it's going to be a one and done. I think it's going to continue and go forward even after the Rumble. But I got Logan winning the first round of this contest.
Gotcha.
That kind of threw me off a little bit. I think Logan wins. I don't know if it goes past this, but I'm hearing you, Griff. I think that's why it kind of threw me off, is because I'm hearing what you're saying. But I do think Logan wins this, just because you got to continue to build him up, right? Like you said, he's here to stay, and he's on his way into WrestleMania. There's no point in him losing now and not taking it into WrestleMania. So you might as well come on and pull it off.
Yeah. The only thing is who will be credible to take it off next. To take it off of him there.
LA Knight
next. Okay.
Damn.
I can see that.
Damn.
I can see that.
U.S. title, yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
Not even. See that.
Damn, we shot that man up to land right about here.
Right about.
we to the moon.
To the left a little bit. That's where we're gonna go. We're not. Bro, I am not a hater of LA Knight, but I said that from the immediate jump. We're gonna shoot that man up, and he's gonna have nowhere to go. And sure enough,
exactly what happened.
He takes the pin Saturday. I think he takes the pin.
Oh, no doubt.
I caught it. Yeah, absolutely.
I think he takes the pin.
Great segue.
Are you
to the next
kidding
match.
me? That man's in the U.S. title picture now. Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous to me, bro. We kept saying that man in a title picture. Put him in there. Let's go. Why wouldn't he go after the U.S. title first? Why wouldn't he go after the Intercontinental title first? Why wouldn't he do that and ride this heat all the way into WrestleMania and make me believe that's the guy, right?
Roman needed a sucker. Roman needed to take somebody over there to
that could
Saudi.
be there's so many other people. Jinder.
We could have took Jinder over there. Jinder would have popped over there.
Shotzi. I don't know anybody else. Shit. I don't know. But what? But we took this could be that organic growth that you see that we wanted, right? This could be the Daniel Bryan, the WrestleMania 30 moment, the Kofi Mania, right? Those organic moments, those ones that feel the best, like Sami Zayn, Sami Zayn's run. Right, that was organic. That started from something very, very small, and it grew, and it wasn't forced upon us. And I don't know.
No, that's
just man.
That's weird. That's you keep it in the buck there, man.
Now he's in a U.S. title picture, bro. That don't make sense to me. I'm sorry, man. We were talking about Logan Paul and Kevin Owens.
And it looks like we got all
the credible
three of us have
credible
Logan.
opponent that we have coming next for Logan Paul.
Incredible.
Is the man that they blew up all the way to the U.S. title. That's mind blowing. Man, let's move on because that's gonna piss me off, bro. That's gonna make me so mad, bro. Because I really like LA Knight. Like I'm with you guys. Like he's an attitude era guy. Like everybody says it, everybody sees it, and it's like, yeah, I can get behind that dude. Like he worked hard. He did all of them infomercials. He did all of that crap
right.
just to get to this point. Like so, like I'm behind that. I can get behind that. But hey, like I don't know if this is the right time to be calling for it. Like think about what's down the line. Like, no, he is not about to win at Crown Jewel or whatever that pay-per-view was. He was not about to win that. And now he's definitely not winning Saturday. If he wins Saturday, bro.
Ain't
no way he wins Saturday, right?
It's gonna be some people out in front of WWE headquarters with them picket signs.
I'm mad. Like, what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Don't worry about it, Jackie. Hey, I know where the outcome of the next match going. We all know where. Hey,
let's go on and go there, bro. Let's go on and go there.
It's Roman it's crazy. Every Roman match we predict, we always say, how is it going to happen this time?
Literally, that's
really what
we're predicting. That's what we're predicting.
So
but
how is he gonna? Yeah.
How did we get here? How did we get to the point where like we don't believe anybody has a shot? Like, is it just because we know the storyline of WrestleMania? We know like he has to get to that point, or is it just like WWE is so wide open that like it's very telling that that's where we're headed? Or is it just Roman is that hot? Or is that what we're saying?
Yeah, we'll have the conversation. Obviously shows that come on who's going to do it, but who dethrone him. But to your point, it was only 2 matches where I felt that he was in trouble, that is jeopardized. Was Clash at the Castle.
Mm-hmm.
That one had me.
Mm-hmm.
I stood up and I was sweating bullets that match.
Mm-hmm.
For the first time, I said, "Oh my God, it's going to happen." And then last year in LA, against Cody, until I seen Solo, come out, and mess it up with, through the hoodie and mess that match up. But yeah.
All right. So what we gonna do then? So what we gonna do now, Willie? What how does he win this time then? Griff, what you think? How does he win this time?
I think the finish is going to be a phenomenal forearm and an RKO off the phenomenal forearm, and LA Knight going to sneak in and do his finisher on Orton, and then here come the spear behind that, and that's how Roman's going to pick up the victory. I think it's going to be somebody's going to catapult their finisher, and Roman's going to creep and sneak up behind with the spear and Superman punch and the spear and end it from that way. But I think LA Knight is going to be the one to get the pin, all because Orton just came back, AJ just returned. You don't want to like pin them and put them out right now, you know what I'm saying? Because again, you want to deflate that train ride with LA Knight right now. So I think LA Knight's
I think Knight and AJ Styles still have a story to tell after this match.
They do.
They're gonna let them squabble it out for a little bit longer after.
Well, I think that was why AJ hit LA Knight that first night when he came back, right? Like they tried to play it off like it was a disrespect thing, but it was also like, hey, we setting this up for later on down the road. Yeah. But that makes sense. That's a good match to watch at Mania, and hopefully that's where we're headed. But then at the same time, like, so like Griff, you had CM Punk winning and challenging Seth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you have challenging Roman if CM Punk wins? How do you get to finishing the story? I guess.
Good question.
Somebody finishing the story.
Gotta go through the elimination chamber.
Yep.
I will go with what you call the last chance. So basically, it'll be your You can even do it with your SmackDown, or you can just do 3 SmackDown, 3 Raw. Have both general managers. They've been going back and forth. Just have one of them say, okay, you bring your 3 best, I bring my 3 best. Whoever wins this chamber match will also get a title shot from Roman and be exclusive to SmackDown. So if one of your boys on Raw wins, which possibly could be Cody, he could challenge for the brand. And if he wins the title, then he's now exclusive to the SmackDown brand.
One guy that's already in there, Mark, just pencil him in, is Bronson Reed for the chamber.
But that makes me think it's for Gunther.
Yep.
That makes me think, or at least a portion of it is for Gunther. Right? You know what I mean? Like setting up something for Gunther. Because think about, you got Kofi that's mentioned, the IC title. You got
Kofi's challenging this week.
Bronson Reed,
after him.
Tommaso Ciampa, Miz. Like, you got a lot of, or Chad Gable. You got 6 guys that could go into that elimination chamber and go after Gunther.
So
not to say that you don't have 6 at the top, but at the same time, we've already named a couple feuds that could happen: Cody and Roman, Seth and CM Punk, LA Knight and
AJ
Styles. Right, that's already 3 feuds there at the top of the heat. So
are you saying, Jackie, that there could be an elimination chamber match to go after an the IC and an elimination chamber match for the undisputed?
Nope.
Is that where you're going? Oh,
Griff is calling for the undisputed route, right?
Oh, okay,
and
gotcha.
I'm calling for the IC title route.
Okay.
And because, like, what's that boy name? Roman's not scheduled for.
Yeah, he's not gonna be there.
He's not scheduled for elimination chamber. So there's no interaction there. You know what I mean? So right. I think you build up all of the other guys outside of that chamber, and you let the chamber go to the IC title. But that's just me. I'm 100% wrong most of the time. So
my thing was, So if I had Punk the winner, I was thinking, if Punk wins the Rumble Saturday night, then then Cody's gonna have to finagle his way in through the chamber. That was always been my frame of thought.
I'm with that, but name me 6 that are going after Roman right now, and I can definitely name you 6 going after Gunther. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not to say you guys are wrong in that sense. It's just like, like, again, tell me the story. Like, how do we get there? And, how do we get from point A to point B? That's what I'm saying.
All right, I can give you 6 up top from Roman. Jay, Cody, Randy, AJ, LA Knight, Solo.
Okay. You putting Solo in there already? I don't think. Like, what are the feelings that you get from Solo that says he's about to turn?
Look at this.
I think he doubling down. Like, yo, like, I got us.
Loyal. Like, I am loyal.
I got us. I ain't do my shit last week, but this week I got us. Like,
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Chief.
what's telling you that he finna turn?
At the end of the day, Jimmy Uso stood that man's brother over Roman, and there are spurts and times that Jimmy say certain things that he knows it gets Solo's attention. Once Roman's not there, he got Solo's attention. Like, hey, pay attention to this, pay attention to that. But when Roman's there, it's kind of like he's battling like, bruh, this our tribal chief. I love you, bro, but this our tribal chief. Somewhere in there, I think Jimmy's going to spit something in Solo ear, and it's going to be like how Jimmy did Jay. You know what I'm saying? Like how he tried to get Jay to wake up and say, hey, man, bump Roman, bro. I think it's going to come down to him doing the same thing with Solo. And then Roman going to have like a breakdown or frustration moment, and he going to snap on Solo. Solo's going to look at him like, all right, you know what? Here come the spike. But again, that's just me. I could be wrong. But that's the reason I thinking of that, because he's like, okay, I'm gonna get a shot too. But then Solo can just be, it could be a story saying like, I'm gonna get in this elimination chamber and I'm gonna knock everybody, take everybody out. So that way there ain't no number one contender for the tribal chief. It could be that route for him as well.
Okay. All right. We all see it. I just hope WWE sees something that actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Put some shit out here that actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Like,
I ain't on their payroll yet.
don't have Roman winning just because Jimmy came down the aisle and Solo came from
Bailed
behind.
Him out again. Bailed him out. The same old
like,
story.
come on, bro. Like, if you put some legitimacy behind his reign, nobody is questioning it, right? Like, nobody's questioning 1,000 days. Like, every time he stepped in there, he pinned him up, and it wasn't no question about it. Like, it wasn't nobody from behind.
Yeah,
this is a whole different reign. But like, people are like, this 1,000-day thing, I don't want him to beat this person, I don't want him to beat that person.
Yeah,
for various reasons. But people don't want him to be to hold it anymore. Like, nah, man, he might as well hold it now. Hold that sucker for 2,000 days. Hold on.
But that's what I was saying before I got cut off. Cody, he was in trouble in LA. He was in trouble, and once again, same old story. You know that. So here comes Solo to bail him out. So
yeah. So I okay. What's the predictions then? What are we all going with Roman and everybody's just putting up the ones?
Once again, every
hey,
we don't predict no more. We know he gonna win. We always predict how he gonna go about.
How he gonna win?
That's wild. That's wild.
At this rate, Roman.
That's wild.
I don't see Roman losing unless it's at WrestleMania or Crown Jewel. They're the only two places that if he's going to drop it, those are the main two.
I only see him dropping it in Mania. I don't see him dropping it over there. Yeah.
If The Rock comes back, he doesn't drop it.
No.
Yeah.
If The Rock comes back, he doesn't drop it. If it's Cody, then damn. Whoa. Here we go.
Here we go again. $1 trillion pyro budget.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, speaking on the Royal Rumble, man, let's keep going with this, man. Coach, you posed this question in the group chat earlier yesterday. I don't know. My days are running into each other nowadays. You posed the question, the Mount Rushmore of Royal Rumble winners. Explain what you wanted to see here. What were you thinking here?
Yeah, obviously with the rich tradition, obviously beginning in '88 into where it is now. There's been some superstars that's knocked it out of the park. There's been, obviously we have, double winners, but we have only 3 in history. But I kind of wanted to get y'all feedback and see, who were you putting on the Mount Rushmore of the guys, superstars over the year that have won this thing. Who had the dominant performances, who looked the best, who, the length of time in the ring, you know what I'm saying? Who, eliminations, all of that. I kind of want to see, as a brainchild here, brain trust, who was your top 4 guys to do it. So yeah, just something I'm just curious, thought about it one day, just randomly watching old Rumbles and came to mind.
Okay. Let's start. Do we want to go across the board or we want to name one by one?
Let's
go across the board.
Show,
let's go across the board. Let's go across the board.
Yeah, that's fine.
Griff, I know you got yours and you're ready. Go ahead and start it off.
So I'm naming all 4, just going one at a time.
You're naming all 4, sir.
All 4.
All right. Definitely my first 2 were the 2 back-to-backs in 95, 96, 97, 98. Both of these gentlemen, both in the Hall of Fame. They both won the Rumble back-to-back as a face and as a heel. That's a Heartbreak Kid and Stone Cold Steve Austin, who Stone Cold has 3 Royal Rumble winners, but that's definitely my 2. Jackie, you might not like this one, but this was between this guy and the Dead Man, and I'm going with Rey Mysterio coming in at number 2 and going out with Eddie and winning. I couldn't give it to the Dead Man, all because he came in at number 30 and won it with only 5 people left in the ring. Ray went through pretty much 28 others. Yeah, And number one, and
Go
my
ahead,
fourth
Griff.
one, which is very simple. If y'all go back and watch the 2009 Rumble at Joe Louis, I was sitting third row with the Chris Paul jersey on. And that was the beginning of the Ballhead Orton era. So Randy Orton, number 4.
Good. I knew he was going to go that way. That's why I went the way I went.
You had to know Randy Orton was going to make his way onto this list. You had to know.
He loves some Apex Predator, boy.
You had to know.
That's all good, though. All good.
Yes, sir.
Good list. Good list.
Okay. Coach, you want to go?
Yeah. You know, well, you guys know I'm more old school nostalgia. But Griff, the first two, I definitely have Stone Cold, the iconic picture in my mind today, and I watched it back today. It still hits today when he's sitting up on the rope, on top of the rope, looking at his watch, and then when Bret Hart comes down.
That was at the Alamo Dome.
Once again, another one in San Antonio. But those are the iconic Rumble, Rumble visuals that we have in our minds. He did work that Rumble, man. So Stone Cold, of course, you know, the 3-time winner. Second on my list, believe it or not, is the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. When you look at the athleticism, the agility that it took to not have that foot go down against British Bulldog, that was brilliant. So gotta give love, and the amount of time, you know, that Shawn spent in there, you know, coming in at number one and then leaving out with Pamela Anderson, not a bad look at all for that Mania. Hey, what was that, back in 95? She was looking brilliant then.
It was in Tampa.
Yep. So that one. Number 3. I love this one. It's actually who he's known for the most eliminations, period. The Big Red Machine, Kane.
This guy.
Yeah, so I got Kane. Yep, so Kane. Just for come on, man. You got to be most eliminations,
Keep
period.
going.
All right. Last but not least, y'all love this one, even though he came over from WCW. But the 92 is still a classic in my mind because of the promo. Ric Flair caps off my list. He was actually the first person to go in there and actually spend over an hour. He was the first, I think that he was like the first superstar to do that, to go that duration in there in that match. So we kind of set the trend for that, and then obviously capping it off with the promo. With a tear in my eye, and then you know, Mr. Perfect and Bobby Heenan, think about you know, all those guys, man. You know, hate to say I told you so, but we told you so. So that was great promo work after that. But that's my top 4.
All right. I mean, I'm kind of along the same vein with you guys. Going through my list here, I too thought about. I always thought about the visuals that I could remember back, and that's kind of what laid the groundwork for me. So Shawn Michaels holding on to the rope and not letting his feet go down, that obviously jumps out for me. So that's one. Steve Austin on the rope with the watch jumps out for me as well. Again, Coach, you're right on board with Ric Flair. I thought for some reason, like, this is the first Royal Rumble that I can remember, like, that I can actually remember watching, and the visual of him coming to the ring and somebody walking by him, for some reason, always jumps out to me. I don't know why, but obviously the promo at the end, you know, definitely iconic. So you got to go with that one. And then my last one, I thought for sure this would be on somebody's list, but no, I guess it's just on mine. I think he had the greatest run in the Royal Rumble of all time. I mean, he comes in like 1 or 2, and he goes under the rope. He's then chased by a man all the way up into the top, into the crowd. They spend half the Royal Rumble outside the ring. He's getting beat up outside the ring. Finally comes back into the ring, and throughout all of these odds, Mr. McMahon pulls it off.
Listen.
Mr. McMahon gets it done. What do you mean? Bro. This is a business. It's not a wrestler. This is a businessman.
Bro.
This is a businessman. He was just in his office not too long ago, and here he is coming down the ring, and to go through that big battle, to go through all of that, to go up to the top onto the concourse and have all of the corporation sitting there, to go up there and to get jumped like that. That man, hey man. And to come back and win the whole damn thing, that's a Cinderella story if you've ever went back to work. That's right, damn it, Brian.
Went back to work.
They went back to work.
You're right, Wise,
that's
man.
not a Cinderella story. I don't know what is, gentlemen. What do you mean?
He put the suit back on and went back to work.
Tighten it up. Be like, I'm going back in here. I'm gonna win a damn
Rumble.
What do you mean?
Hey. I thought about that one too, and you know what? That's one of the most underrated Rumbles, bro.
Yes, it is.
If I remember correctly, I think they had a hit for Stone Cold, like $100,000 bounty for whoever could throw him out.
Put a bounty on his head.
Test, the big boss man, everybody, the whole corporation
what year
was
up
in the 99. Yeah, 99.
Yeah, I knew I was okay. I was on. Okay, 90.
Yeah, hey, when they went in that bathroom, bro, when Stone Cold turned that corner, it was over.
He beat the hell out of that man. Jumped that man. Like we got him, boss. Man. We got him, boss. Then threw him back in the ring like nothing was wrong, bro. What a Rumble.
That's the same Rumble. When The Rock gave Foley all them chair shots.
Oh, man.
Bro, he beat the shit out of that man.
Rock was
nothing but like steel to the dome, bro. Like,
and he said, bells will be ringing.
Bro. Nothing but steel to that man's dome over and over again, bro. And nobody was like, nobody was like, hey, y'all see this?
Hey, and the bad part was he was handcuffed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and he was
handcuffed.
That's right,
bro.
That is how we got to that point. Man. That's right.
Hey, before we move, I know this ain't the Rushmore, but I do want to add on the ladies' side, Rhea did her thing last year. The first woman to go number one. And early that night, she got involved with the men's rumble, and her and Beth Phoenix had like a little debacle. But then she still came in number one and won that whole rumble and going on to WrestleMania. So yeah, she's definitely on the women
She's different, bro.
For sure.
She's different, man. And I don't know what it is about her, but she's different, man. She's she is setting herself out to be different than those horsewomen, right? Like those horsewomen were homegrown, and not to say Rhea wasn't as well, but like she's setting herself out to be something different, and she deserves the title, man. She deserves what she's got. All right, fellas, let's switch it up now. We haven't done this in some time. We got a little bit of time left here. We haven't done this in some time. Let's go to our power rankings, and let's quickly update our tag division here. As we have neglected it for some time, and some folks who are no longer champions. Some folks who are no longer champions are still up on our list. So let's make some adjustments here. All right, here we go. What are we seeing? What do we need to change? Who needs to come out? Who needs to come in? Do we need to change anything?
Yeah. Well, bye-bye Chelsea, bye-bye Piper.
Damn, I gotta get rid of my baby, huh? Okay. They still could be in
Katana, come on in.
All right. We ain't seen. Okay, I'm hating now.
Yet,
we ain't seen the Creed brothers in a minute.
Oh wait! No. That's true. They've been back there with
the Creed brothers in a minute. What am I saying is wrong?
No, I agree with you. They've been back there with the Thank You crew. They've been back there with Alpha Academy.
What you mean?
Wasting time.
Alpha Academy had their little run in the thing. Do we believe that they're good? Absolutely, but that doesn't mean that they should be up on the power rankings if they haven't done anything. I'm not taking it away from them being good. They are good. What have they done? What have you done for me lately is always the question, fellas.
I was thinking DIY can slide in here this week. this rip.
Okay. Who did they beat? Imperium last?
Yeah, who they? No, they went against Diamond. JD.
They beat Diamond JD.
Okay.
But you can tell they building them back up though.
All right. Their music is ass. Their music is very Saturday morning cartoon ass. It is bad. All right,
Imperium,
you want DIY
Imperium and New Day move up.
Up or out?
Up. Move up.
Oh, because of their showing last week. Okay. Or they're showing this week. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you got Chelsea and them coming out, and then that's it?
Chelsea comes out.
You got Diamond Mine coming out as well.
Since we haven't seen them on TV. Well, what's the other tag team we gonna put? Because we putting these two up to 2 and 3, right? Imperium and New Day.
Put the women tag champs in there.
Nah, I was gonna say you gotta put the women tag team.
They've been defending there since they won it.
They actually should be number 2.
Yeah.
They actually should be number 2. So
Gotcha.
now we're looking at 3 and 4 being New Day and Imperium. Or Imperium New Day.
And then 5 DIY.
It ain't no better groups out there than DIY. I'm not hating,
your boy,
but I'm hating.
Your boy Angel Humberto and
what?
Yeah, Santos boys.
I would rather put LWO in there. I feel like LWO been showing out better than
they've been doing some work too. Yeah,
than DIY. I like Johnny Gargano too.
Well, they only won one match and they got they go for the titles on Monday after Rumble.
Yeah. They ain't gonna win that shit. They ain't gonna win that.
No.
And if they do, like, what are we doing? Is it just to get the tag titles off of them? If that's the case?
Yeah. Because I see Damien and Finn need to go their own way within the group. I mean,
like Damien, they're trying to set Damien up to be like a main event guy. You can see it.
Yeah.
And that's fine, but like he has to get the tag titles off of him. So and please don't get them to DIY. I just don't want them to go to DIY. They haven't.
Jackie's saying anybody but DIY, y'all.
Terrible ass music, bro. Like, where's Jim Johnson when you need it? Okay. All right. So we need another. Oh, so DIY is it? Shit, I'm with the AOP. No. Shit. I just don't want it to be DIY, dog. Like
they ain't have not damn match yet.
I ain't did a thing, and I'm ready to put that. Like just came back. Remember, like
the only thing they did, they just beat our boys' ass. That was it.
That's enough. That's enough at this point. God damn. Pretty Deadly lost. Okay. To who though?
Yeah.
Oh, they lost to
Butch
to
Pete Dunne. They lost to Pete Dunne.
To Pete Butch and them. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, Pete Butch. We're gonna start calling him Pete Butch.
Damn, bro. Like DIY though. Like just because they going. All right. Griff, you agree with this?
Jackie.
I'm fighting it, but I'm not fighting it. Like Griff, do you agree with this? See,
there's nobody else, man.
Yeah, nothing to say.
Like, come on.
There's nobody, nothing else. I'm up here trying to think of other tag teams. I'm even thinking NXT. Somebody in NXT right now.
Ain't Shotzi in a tag team or something? God,
I ain't seen her in a minute. Man. Oh, she's been out since Kyrie hit her with that trash can lid. No, they just beat
they bought my girls. That's on that I just got my
right.
draft. Yeah,
did they get a win? Did they get a win?
No, they lost it. They it's like, well,
if you didn't know right away, then they didn't. They didn't. Then
no, I saw that match. They took an L.
Damn. They didn't fight. They just sat courtside.
Candace. No.
That's right. Candace and them. Yeah, that's right. Candace and them. They lost.
They lost to Shayna
they fought on Shayna and Zoe.
Shayna and Zoe, shit. Like they better than DIY at this point. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Hey,
we totally can move on from this and it'd be like one
Gatorade break. First Gatorade break. The wise man basically described Shayna. Can't tell our viewers, but it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Jeez. It's got to be something better than DIY.
TTS.
Passing her around. That's all I'm going to say.
TTS.
They said they passing Shayna around.
Jeez.
TTS. Yep. TTS.
Ooh,
TTS.
Jeez.
Yeah, Brian. Yeah, that wise man. That's rolling with that one. Yeah, that's
all
rolling.
right. So it's DIY then?
No. What I was going to say, Jackie, is to your point. I do agree that LWO or Santos boys, they have been putting in work. Joaquin Wild and they showing me they can wrestle instead of being back there in catering or hanging out with Ray.
Can we just put like vacant? Can we just have like
hey,
when they vacate the title?
Put LWO in there just off of that move off the springboard off of the rope on the next
I don't even like that either. Oh, I'm sorry. All right. I'm off it. I'm sorry. I'm off it. All right.
That move was fire though.
I agree. I agree. Let's go with LWO. I'm good with them.
Yeah.
They won a couple. They've won a couple. One on NXT.
They won with Carlito.
They won on NXT.
On NXT.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm good with LWO. Griff, you good with LWO?
Go for it.
Okay. All right.
Griff was lost in that last spot.
Jeez, it's hard, bro. Like how? What? Like
it's a good problem though. That means tag team getting deep again.
I guess. All right. So we. All right. So we'll switch that up. So we're looking
more stressful than last week.
We're looking at Judgment Day number 1, Katana and Kaden. I'm gonna get that wrong probably at number 2. We're looking at Imperium or New Day first. Don't matter. You're right.
It don't.
It don't
matter either. They're interchangeable.
This is
Nobody
Ebony
won.
Championship Wrestling. So let's go.
I would say Day. Honestly, no. I would say New Day because of the, I would say New Day because of the Kofi promo.
All right, hold on. Let's bring it back. So 1 for New Day, 1 for Imperium. Gentlemen, make your arguments. Let's go.
I'm going with Imperium because I'm pushing Kaiser, and Kaiser put both of the boys out of action and brought that fire out of them so then they can do what they did. So I'm putting them number 3. Thanks to Kaiser, he brought that fire out of both of them.
That is a good point. He brought it out of them.
So. All points have been made. All agree. Here we go. Yeah. So we're looking at Judgment Day number 1, Katana and Kaden at number 2, Imperium number 3, New Day at number 4, a vacant spot at number 5, and a whole bunch of honorable mentions.
We said LWO.
And LWO is what I meant. I'm sorry. off of the springboard. My fault. Off the springboard. My fault. All right, boys. This has been good, man. This has been fun. Let's go ahead and take this one on out. We are very excited about this weekend coming up. We are going to be doing a live stream with the Royal Rumble. And we're just gonna be on here having a conversation, going back and forth, shooting the shit, and having a good time. So join us if you ain't got nothing else to do, and hopefully we'll be entertaining for you during that time. Well, let's go ahead and close this one out, fellas.
Yeah, feel free to leave comments in the chat as well. So
let's do that. Let's do that. Griff, go ahead and let the people know who you are, brother, where they can find you.
Y'all can find me on IG at GriffNation84. Also on X, formerly known as Twitter, CGriff84.
Appreciate you. Coach, let them know where they can find you.
All right. You find me on IG, Coach Montay 24. Looking forward to spending time with y'all this weekend, watching the Great Rumble. So come on and let's watch it. And obviously, let's continue to like and subscribe to the show. Continue to bring the fire content. We're grinding every day. So we appreciate the love and support.
Yeah, we appreciate all of the love and the support, and we appreciate everything that y'all do with us and for us, and we hope that we give y'all the content that y'all are enjoying. You can find us all on Instagram at Ebony Championship Wrestling, and you can find us on X at Ebony Champ Rest. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe all the content that you see, man. And this is Ebony Championship Wrestling signing off. But Coach, let them know.
We never tapping out.
Not once. We'll see y'all next time. Have a good night.